All right, good morning. Heading out today. Today's Sunday, so I'm heading up to Atlanta to go overnight there. I'm doing the Foothills Trail starting on Monday. So this is kind of like somewhat of a maiden voyage for the van. I'll be sleeping overnight. I know somebody in Atlanta. They're graciously letting me sleep in their driveway, which will be very nice because the van's not, 100% ready. I do have the side shades, but I still want to have a front curtain and a back curtain, which I'm still working on. But other than that, I've got the bed system is good. I've got the power, and I did bring some stuff for cooking. I did bring the rice cooker with me to do oatmeal in the morning if I want. I just want that as an option. And so it's going to be around a 6-hour drive up to Atlanta from here in Florida. And I will check in from time to time. But the big day, of course, is going to be tomorrow. I'm looking to get at the Table Rock Park right when it opens, and I secured a shuttle with Taz, who is the trail angel of the Foothill Trails, and he's going to take me back to the Acadie, I think it's pronounced that way, park, and that's where we'll start. Alrighty. Be seeing the skyline pretty soon. So I lived in Atlanta for about 10 years, just recently, working here and living here. I was working out of Jacksonville, Florida, and then the business moved me up here to Atlanta, and then I made some connections with some of the people I worked with. That's the reason why I'm coming here. I could have driven straight to South Carolina, found some place to sleep overnight, but I thought it'd be nice to go ahead and just stop by, somebody that I worked with for all these years, just to say hello. They were more than gracious to allow me to park in their driveway, so I'm not finding some place to park here in Atlanta. Yeah, this I don't miss. I was very fortunate when I was working for the one company. I was actually a bicycle ride away from work, and I used to bike commute. I used to ride my bicycle. It's about 3 miles. Then after the business closed us down, and I got a job through the city of Atlanta, that I was fortunate enough I was working from home most of the time, but I still had to go into the office occasionally. At first it started off about once a week, where I used to have to commute, and I took the MARTA, which was, took me straight to where the office was in downtown. Very, very simple. But I'm very fortunate I never had to live this life of bumper to bumper traffic during all the rush hours. So very fortunate.
exit 1, then take the South Carolina 11 exit.
Good morning, day one of the Foothills Trail. Currently driving to Table Rock Park to meet up with Taz. Looking forward to the next few days. There is rain in the forecast on Tuesday. It looks like most of the day and into the night, but then after that, the rest of the week, it's going to be sunny, but it's going to be cold. But you know, I think I'm well prepared for that. So we'll see as that adventure unfolds itself. Alrighty, day one continuing. I'm actually at the trailhead. Just got dropped off by Taz. It was very exciting. It was a wonderful talk with him. Just very excited to start the trail. And we'll go ahead and we will start. Trailhead is right over here. All right, here we are. We're at the western terminus, and there we go. 76.2 miles, foot travel only, the Foothills Trail. And we're going that way. In my understanding, I'm following the white blazes. So off we go. Just stopping for a moment. Probably just at about 2 miles in. It's just beautiful out here. You can see all the destruction, all the trees that have knocked down. Especially, let me come up this way. I'm guessing this is all from Helene. That's one thing that Taz was talking about. We were talking a little bit because, you know, I mentioned I was from Florida, and he was picking on me about that. In Florida, you only have 2 seasons, and that's summer and February. And I'm like, yeah. I said, but we also have the, hurricane season. And he goes, oh yeah, that's right. And then he mentioned about Helene, and he said, it's very, very rare for a hurricane that strong to come up here. And it's very, it happens, but it's rare. And he's very, very grateful, thank God, that it's rare. But, wow, it's so beautiful out here. All right, I'm going to keep moving. So about 3 hours in so far. Very, very, very nice trail. Just easy ups, easy downs. Very, very, really good trail maintenance. Once again, you can see a lot of, I am still guessing this is all damage from Helene, because I can kind of like see, some of the chainsaw cuts and everything, and you can see it's fairly new. Some of it's not, but some of it definitely looks like it's new blowdowns. So I'm really not sure exactly where I'm going to wind up. There is a campsite right around, it'd be in the next hour, hour and a half. But sundown is at, I think, we'll just say 5:20. So I really would like to keep hiking until 5. So it's 2 o'clock now. So I'll wind up at the campsite that I saw a sign for by about 3:30. I'm cruising about 2 miles an hour, which is, it's very fun. It's fine for me. Once again, the first day jitters, I can tell you it's a little different. Maybe because I just recently was on the Florida Trail just a few weeks ago, and now I'm here. Mind you, 2 completely different trails, both with their own, distinct beauty. But I have somewhat of a hunger, which is good. I did start the trail a little late because all the, getting all the logistics and everything, and then, checking in, and then Taz driving me to where he dropped me off at the trailhead. So I didn't get on trail until 11, which is fine. But that's very, very nice. The weather forecast hasn't changed. Basically, it looks like rain starting tomorrow morning for 24 hours. Now, it's not non-stop rain. It's just off. It's like chasing the rain for the next 24 hours. All the models show it's just light rain, drizzling rain. But it's going to be just for 24 hours, in and out. And then that's what's going to bring in the cold weather starting Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So tonight will be relatively cool, but then once again going into it's going to be Wednesday morning. Actually, Thursday morning is when it's going to be cold. I got some hikers. Thought this had a very AT feel to it. So I'm getting close to where I'm going to camp for the night. It's coming on 4 o'clock. I was thinking about hiking until 5, but what's coming up now I think is going to be a good place to stop. Sundown, like I said, is about 5:20 or so. So it'll give me about an hour or so to do all my chores. It's the Chattahoochee River down below. Let's stop. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna continue hiking down. I need my trekking poles out. So I will talk to you when I get to camp. Okay, I've already just kind of like laid down I did all my my chores. I really didn't have an appetite to make a dinner. So all I did was I set up the tent, got water. I'm like right against some water. I'm right against the Chattahoochee River. So I'll show that in the morning. Well, as I'm waking up and breaking camp down, I've already, as I was getting everything ready here inside the tent, I sat there and I started to just lay down and said, does this feel good? And I'm like, I don't feel like getting back out of the tent right now. It's almost 5:30. I'm going to just sit back. There's, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's no kind of cell reception. I was very impressed. I used the satellite messaging that comes with the iPhone. I was able to contact my parents, send messages to them. They sent messages back to me, no problem whatsoever. So it's a very nice feature to have. I know a lot of the phones are doing that. They're all eventually one day we'll probably also go to data. Will probably start going satellite too, with all the Starlink and everything else that's going on. That's probably going to be around the corner. So getting away is we're going to be out here and have everything here. But it's convenient. It was. I'll tell a quick story. So I was running a little bit late, and Taz also had another pickup, and I didn't want him to have to wait on me. So I was rushing through everything. I was grabbing things. I hadn't fully moved everything from one bag into the backpack. So I was grabbing, and I know I was making a mental checklist, but at the same time, I'm like, I got to hurry up. So on the ride to the trailhead, I was thinking, oh no, I forgot my batteries. I didn't. I have them. But Taz, it was very sweet. He was pretty much giving me the business, saying, what do you need batteries for? I said, so I can recharge. He goes, you don't need Far Out or Gaia or anything like that. He goes, you just go out on the trail. There's white blazes. You can't miss anything. And I was like, I understood what he was saying, and I really appreciate what he was saying. But I know that there are people that don't. They leave everything at home. But then there's those of us like me. I'm vlogging these adventures, and also it's and I get it. He also reminded me. He's like, once again, back in my day, we didn't even have cell phones or nothing. It's like I get it. I guess we do have a little bit of a need for the security to know that if I need to message somebody at any time, at anywhere, I need to be able to do that. And, it's peace of mind for not just for me, but for, the people that I love. So, and I understand it, but it was very sweet. It was very sweet the way that he put it. All right. That's enough of this adventure for today. I will talk to you in the morning.